In us. God is in us when we grieve. You know, we're not separated. There is an indwelling presence of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. The thing about grief, we have such a low view of humanity that we perceive that God is outside of us, that we're separated, and that somehow there's no internal connection with the indwelling presence. I like to say, where do you think God lives? We always are talking about God is in us. John 14:20 again. You know, on that day you'll know. It's not like it's going to happen on that day, but on that day you'll finally have your inside eyes opened up to see that I'm in the Father, you are in me, and I am in you. And Jesus doesn't ever do anything that is separated from the Father and the Spirit. That's the oneness of God. And so, where is God? Right in the middle of everything, the mess, right? That's the cross. The cross is right in the middle. But when you grieve, God who dwells in you grieves. This is also the idea of we are filling up the sufferings of Christ. Well, who is suffering in us? It's Christ. And we get to participate. But that's because there's no separation. That union is real. And I've got a friend who just lost a dog, and they're absolutely at a loss and grieving the presence of that one created creature that they knew loved them unconditionally. And so, does God grieve with them from within them? Absolutely. Death is always the evidence of the brokenness of a planet and always elicits the grief of God. And grief is very related to anger too. A lot of times anger is the best form of grief because this is wrong. Babies who die are wrong, you know. Accidents that happen and take away someone you care for, that death is wrong. War is wrong. Rape is wrong. This is fury that is implicitly related to grief. And as we become more whole people, we begin to experience the grief not only for ourselves, but in integration and union with God. That is God's grief we experience. And it's not because we're separated, it's actually because we're in union.